What's up, guys? How are we? Let's do it, man. Little afternoon session. What do you say? Let's get to it. So, I am hanging out here in a little trade. I'm trading some other accounts now because I'm at daily goal on a bunch of them. So I'm trading some different ones here now. Just kind of hanging out, sitting in the driver's seat, trading a different set. Let's see what we can get done here this afternoon. Volatility's fucking low. 24, 25 here on the ATR. Bar 49, rolling over into big bar 50. See what 50 has in store for us here. What's going on? How are we? So again, figured I'd, while I'm sitting here waiting on this guy, figured I'd pop on. And we can see how this one plays out together. Try to catch some others. Michael, how we doing? Big Roy, what's up, brother? Javaz. Good to see everybody. Mario, what's up, buddy? How we doing? So, ATR is tanking. We're sitting 23 here on the ATR. Man, it's low. It is low. But I like how I sit. We'll see if the Bulls can step in, get the job done here, and pad things up a bit. Tubed out, big man. What's up, brother? All right, minute 40 out here from the close of big bar 50. Really slowing down here, 48, 49, 50. That's all right. Yeah, I might be here for a while on this guy. That's okay. That's okay. We've got all afternoon, big dog. Stu, how we doing? Well, that's going to dump off ATR down to 21. Jesus. And we don't love that, do we? There you go. Yama, what's up, buddy? How are we? How you guys doing today, by the way? I know the price action's been a little bit range bound. Doesn't mean you can't get some work done. You just gotta submit to the context, right? Aaron says, red. Roland. Oof, had to go for a walk. Man, we've all had those days. That's okay. Well, there you go, bulls. Let's get some volatility, man. You ever have one of those days in the market where the volatility is so slow that you look at it and it doesn't move for like 4 seconds? And for a second you have a heart attack because you don't know if your data disconnected, but then it moves a tick. Today's kind of one of those days. David, what's up, brother? We're sitting break even basically here on this trade to the long side. All right, there's the open of 52. Question, first time here for Take Profit Trader. Do I only have to pay the $102 for a funded account? Well, you pay whatever the test fee is. And if you use code BIG, B-I-G, at any time on any of the accounts, at least right now, you will get 40% off the actual test fee. And then when you pass, you will not pay an activation fee. If you don't use code BIG when you sign up, you will have to pay an over $100 activation fee when you pass the test, which I think is fucking crazy. So don't do that. That obviously makes it a lot harder to make the numbers look good and to have a positive ROI. You don't want to pay that activation fee. And just to clarify, if you use the code when you sign up and then you pass the test at Take Profit Trader, you just click a button. It just activates for free. All right, 52. Man, I want to see a big old bull soft push. I don't care if it takes all afternoon, man. No, but I'll manage this thing as necessary. Lucky, welcome back. How we doing? All right, we got 220 out here to the close of bar 52. Whoa. Headline? Maybe, man. Little wiggles. Go on now, bulls. There's the close of 52 into the open of 53. Doji. ATR down to 21. Man, these bulls. Little slow. So ATR is currently sitting about 21, maybe 22. On the rollover here of bar 53, if this thing doesn't grow too much more, that ATR is probably going to dip. It might dip below 20 if 53 stays as is. We got a minute 40. $60 seconds. Till the close here, bar 53. Damn, bulls. Bears, man. See that? What did I say? What did I say? On the rollover of 53, ATR might dip below 20. There it is, 19.98 on the ATR. That is low, man. No, that's not it. I'm chilling here. We'll see how this guy develops. Man, this is crazy. Well, we got a minute 17 until 54 closes up, man. Let's get a tweet, man. Pop this thing about 125 points. It was close to 54. ATR sitting right about 20 here. Man. Well, I'll engage my copier here for a second, because I'm going to size down one. Because I'd like to hold this guy. I don't really care what I get for a fill, to be honest with you. There we go. By the way, that's in case we get a little tweak, because we've been seeing that a lot when volatility dies like this. One tiny little headline can break it, and that becomes a little more 50-50, so I'd like to not be as exposed to that. At least, again, I'm trading this a different set of accounts here, because I'm at daily goal in the regulars. Well, come on now, Bulls! Man, ATR 20? I want to see an ATR of 200. This is ridiculous. Yes, sir, JM, this is a tight range, man. Or his width. You got about 20 points. About a 1 ATR wide range. So, man, I'll hang out and see what the Bulls got. Bar 56. ATR now 18! Oh, man. Oh, man. We got to break out of this sideways little range here very soon if we have any prayer at holding on to volatility. I think we will, since we're kind of rolling over into that time of day now where I think people kind of start coming back from lunch. You usually get a little bit of an influx. We got less than 2 minutes here till the rollover of 56 into 57. Again, we got to start moving away from this little sideways range that we've had since bar 50. With ATR already below 20. We're going to have problems if we stick around in this range for too much longer. Volatility problems, that is. All right, there is the open of 57. And we've got an ATR of 18, which that's very low volatility. Below 20 on a 5-minute NQ chart is low. But that's okay. Below 10 is walk away territory. Below 20 we can work with. Cold, what's up, brother? Go on, you bulls. The biggest move we've seen all day, man. What is that, 8 points up out of the hole? Beauty. Alright, I'm gonna grab some coffee. Be right back. Don't you go anywhere, man. This market's gonna break one way or the other. I'm here for it. What's up? Welcome back. Randy Big Dog, what's up, brother? Appreciate you. Keep an eye on 59 here. Market's slow, man. Slow, slow, slow. Question, Nico, you feeling bearish or just keep making all-time highs? Honestly, I don't care. I really don't give a shit. I could not care less. Whatever the market does, whatever it tells me to do, I will do. If the market wants to make all-time highs for the next year and a half, I'm here for it. If the market wants to tank and head down to 17,000 on NQ, great. We'll make a bunch of money on the way down. That's the way I see it. All right, 347 out, by the way. I'll watch how 59 closes up. I have this little position here. If it closes as a nice, clean, bare body, then I'll cut it. But aside from that, it's out there. Slow, slow market, ATR 18. By the way, we got 27,000 there to deal with, but we've already dealt with it today, so I don't really care too much anymore. Three minutes. Let's retest at 27. Bears trying to take it down through. They're going to see a little bit of bull activity there. Some wiggles around the whole dollar. Minute 50 out. All right, 45 seconds. Now again, if it closes a nice clean bare body, I'll use my stop the same way I would use a stop limit sell, right? If I were going to get short. But there you go. There's the bulls trying to step back in and reclaim the 27s. Well, damn, bulls! Alright, so I wait on bar 60. See what 60's got. Now, by the way, this here is what true I don't give a fuck trading looks like. You should not care, hardly at all, what happens to the trade that you're in. If this thing, it doesn't make any difference to me whether this is a loser or a winner. I'd love it for it to be a winner to stroke my fucking ego, right? We love it, but it doesn't matter. You just put the trade on, you do the logical things, you move on with your life. Guys, like I know it's easy to say in hindsight, but in the early days, so many, I did it too, big dog. So many of you guys are like really internalizing how your self-worth based on your P&L that day. I cannot explain how dangerous that is. Because red days are a reality in trading. You want to make tons of money, you're going to have red days. Or you can go follow someone that lies to your fucking ass and tells you that you never have to have red days. I hope they make you feel good. Okay, but I'll just tell you what it really is, because I'd actually like you to be able to provide for your family other than them. Red days are a reality here, okay? So if you start taking your self-worth from the fucking green or red number on the screen, ooh, did I make good decisions about buying and selling today? And did it happen to fall in my favor today? You're gonna live a miserable life, regardless of how much money you make, I promise. You make 12 million a year, $1 million bucks a month, you're gonna hate your fucking existence. At least after a little while when that wears off and you're back to the reality of how you perceive yourself every day based on the numbers on the screen. And I get it. It sounds backwards. You're like, but Nico, like, all I care about is being profitable as a trader. Like, how can I not care about each trade? I'm telling you, man, I very much so care about the end result of my trading. I care a lot about my performance in the mid and long term. But every individual trade, if you start putting so much pressure on it, and everybody does because it's emotional. It's going to be problematic, I promise. And how do you get to that point? Well, you trade a little bit smaller. And if you're really emotional, you trade smaller and trade a longer time frame. All right, 2 minutes, 7 seconds out here. Got bar 60. If bar 60 closes, it's a nice clean bare body below the wick low of 59. Then I move my stop, treat it like a stop limit sell. 27,000, kind of a pain in the ass here, huh? All right. 1 minute out here from the rollover of 60 into 61. Question, Nico, are you in a trade? Am I missing something? Is it, yeah, I'm in it. Isn't it clear that I'm in a trade or no? Is it not that clear? I feel like it's pretty fucking clear. Nick, not to be a jerk. I'm just genuinely curious. Is it unclear? See, it's very hard, you guys, because I have very trained eyes. So to me, it's obvious. But to someone who doesn't have trained eyes, I don't know, because I can't really see from your perspective. All right, it's clear. Good. Good. 13 seconds out. All right, let's watch 60 here. See if I got to move my stop. Nope, inside the wick low of 59, so I got to leave it out. All right, 61. Now again, if 61 closes as a nice clean bear body beneath the wick low of 59, then I move my stop up, treat it like a stop limit sell. Good question, Billy. Are your stops stop limit orders or stop market orders? For my entry orders, I always use stop limits if I'm using a stop order to enter. For my risk management stops, which is how all you guys think about stop losses, at least most of you, if you haven't launched into stop entries yet, always, always, always use stop market orders to manage your risk. A stop limit order is not really meant to be a risk management order. It's meant to be an entry order. Not terrible. You've got open and you got daily. Up top. Well, come on now, Bulls. Bail me out of this one, man. Roy, dig the Ram emblem. Any swag dropping soon? Nah, you know what? Those you guys in the tomb, if you email me and you know, I don't know, you're like, hey man, I'm full-time. I went full-time trading RAM. I'll just fucking send you a bunch of shit. Who cares? We'll send you shirts, hats, whatever. You know what the real RAM swag is? Is retiring your wife. Is not having to leave home every day. That's what I want for you. All right, 62. Clee says, well, you need multiple sources of income. You'll end up with multiple sources of income. You don't need multiple sources of income, but it certainly helps. I didn't have multiple sources of income trading full-time for a while. That was it. Now, if you're going to be a trader, we've talked about this before. If you're going to be a trader, you're not... If you're someone who's in this, you're like, I just want to make enough to get by and then sit on my fucking ass for 18 hours a day. This ain't for you, dude. Like, you're probably not going to find success in this. I get it. That's what, you know, they'll sell you on. Make a living in 17 minutes a day. What a fucking joke. Are you kidding me? This is the greatest playing field on the planet. World financial markets? Are you kidding? But if you're somebody who's like, no, I get it. I know what it is. You're gonna find success in trading, and then you're going to develop other income streams because you'll have too much time on your hands, and that's what we do as entrepreneurs. So I don't understand the question. Like, you're just gonna end up with multiple income streams anyway. Which, yeah, it'll help you not give a fuck as much, which will help you trade better. And make more money trading, most likely. News! Big dog. Thanks for the advice yesterday. He's talking about our RAM lab that we did yesterday afternoon live in the tomb. I traded the 15-minute today, cut out a lot of garbage, and I'm up $600 on the day. It's just what I needed to reset. Yep. Good work. Good work. As expected. Good job. Well, ATR is 18. We've got about an hour until I'll have to get flat for the 350 Eastern time, 250 Central algorithm. What do you guys think, man? Is this trade cooked, or is this thing, do we have time? I think we probably got some time here. And if I have to manage based on a time management stop, so be it. That's fine. All right, there's a close bar 62 into the open of 63. How do you handle emotions while being in a trade? You develop a track record where you know that you perform well over a mid and long-term sample size, and you trade small enough so you just don't really give a shit. That's the answer. Now, other guys will probably tell you, you know, you got to go spin around in the mirror 18 times and tell yourself that you're profitable and you got to manifest that shit. You know, there's something to that. Maybe not the spinning around in the mirror. But there's something to the manifestation and telling yourself what's going to happen. But to be honest, guys, like, how do you not care when you're in a trade? Think about it. You develop a track record where you trust your performance over time and you trade smaller. Okay, that doesn't mean you trade smaller forever. It means you trade smaller compared to what you're currently able to emotionally handle. Or so someday, ideally, you know, you want to try to work your way up, at least this is how I think, to 6 figures per trade of risk. Fuck, maybe more, man, on big plays, like a big commodities swing trade or something. But you'll be doing so well that you'll feel the same as in the early years risking, you know, $500. That's the real answer to this. If you don't like it, this probably isn't for you, at least not my stream. That's the reality, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'll just tell you how it is. But that's how you fix it. I can bet my ass that a lot of you guys right now, if you took a trade with 1 micro, are you going to sit there and stare at it and really feel it? Let's say it's a personal account, as much as you would with a mini? That mini, you're probably going to stare at it through the night. 5 minis, 10 minis. You're going to stare at it through the night. If you have a micro on, you'll forget you have a position on. You'll go to the gym. You know, so I think that's important to train yourself. Because I know that you're told that in business, etc., that you really have to put everything into this child of yours, this baby. Well, trading, the thing that you think that is profits. But the thing that really is protecting your edge, your positive expected value. The profit just comes as a result. This goes back to what I always, you know, compare it to, like staring at the shiny ball versus the dull, boring object. Profit versus actual edge. If you stare at the profit, shiny ball, it runs away from you. If you stare at the dull object, which is edge, the shiny one comes and kind of nuzzles up on you. Comes right into your palm, right? That's it. Same thing. Or, I mean, a good example of what's really going on here. Well, you know what, Wolf? You're still here, big dog. Diggs says, have you ever exited out of a trade because of emotions? Probably more than you have. I've been doing this a long time now, guys. There were a number of years that weren't so pretty. You know the story. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, you motherfuckers. All right, brand new Apex deal. I just got hit with it. You ready? Code BIG at Apex, B-I-G, 90% off, ends May 5th. Now, the intraday trailing drawdown, 50K accounts. The activation fee is down to $69 until the 27th of April. It went live 1 minute ago. Go hit it. Beautiful. I was hoping they were going to run another 90% off here quickly. All right, Bulls, what you got? ATR 17.9. Isaac, what's the code? Code BIG. B-I-G. Also, it's single day pass, which means you can pass in 1 day, but you don't have to. So just make that clear if you went and, for example, if you went and bought 15 of them right now and passed them all in the next hour, you'll have 15 funded accounts tomorrow morning. That's what that means. Oh, man. Well, go on now, Bulls. We'll see a nice fade for the rest of power, or I guess the rest of the afternoon before power hour, which is coming up here 11 minutes. All right, there's a rollover from 64 into 65. How you guys doing today, by the way, man? We'll say P&L wise, and then you know what? How are you today? Fuck the P&L, man. How are you doing? Biggie says, I'm good. Approached my gym crush today. Didn't get whiplash, so that's good. Hey, man, that's how I ended up married. Fucking take that shot, big dog. Just don't be creepy, you guys. You dudes out there, man. Take that shot, but don't be a creep, dude. Maybe a little bit. Mario Green with 750 in the bag. Good work, brother. Well, go on now, you bulls. ATR 17.6. Hold it on, man. If that starts dipping more, I'm gonna be pissed. All right, there's the rollover from 65 into 66. Danimal says, you take any trades? Hey, big dog. Big dog, look up. Come on, you bulls, step in! Having some trouble with that previous area. Ooh, I will be right back. My stuff is here. Hold on, one sec. What's up? Welcome back, man. Bar 66. Uh-oh, we getting headlines? Hovering around 27K. Alright, keep an eye here. Holy shit, bears. We have 4 minutes, 10 seconds out. We'll see how 67 closes. Yeah, bull's going to try to take it right back up into the range. All right, I'll watch how 67 closes here 3 minutes out. I gotta tell you, not that it's been so detrimental or anything, or that it's made things so difficult, but I'm very sick of all this news. These little headlines that, like, it's just... You know, you go through periods like this, and, you know, we had tariff talk. I mean, Jesus, it must have been a year ago, right? And we saw an ATR. I mean, Jesus, what was it? We saw like a 400-point bar on a 2-minute chart? It was crazy. This is like low volatility, garbage little wiggles whenever we get a headline. Which, again, it's not, you know, that big of a deal. It's just kind of annoying. All right, so we got 27,000, 2 minutes out. Watch how 67 closes. All right, here, 40 seconds. See how this guy closes up. And if it does close up as a nice clean bare body, I'll engage my copier here and move my stop up to where I'd place a stop limit sell. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to move it there anyway. Just because we've got news going on. There we go. Man, if you haven't yet, hey, I appreciate you hitting the like button here on the stream, man. By the way, Apex just today, like, what, 20 minutes ago, went 90% off single day pass, code BIG, B-I-G. Also on top of that, the 50K intraday accounts, the activation fee is down to 69 bucks when you pass. Which all in, especially for those 50K trailing drawdowns, that's pretty fucking cheap, I gotta tell you. ATR back above 20, sitting at 21 here on the ATR. We've got 42 minutes here until the 3:50 Eastern Time algo, which I like to be flat ahead of. There you go, Bulls. All right, there's the rollover. Big bar 69. Do it to 'em, bulls. Question, Nico, you familiar with volumetric order flow charts? Sure. Just another way to look at things. You know, I think a lot of people, not saying this is what you're saying, but a lot of people in general, they find a new type of chart. Tick charts. That's why I'm not profitable, big dog. Duh! I gotta be on tick charts. No, you're not profitable because you don't have any expected value that's positive. At least consistently. I like time charts because they're consistent. They're predictable. The rollover, that is. Well, go on now, bulls. Come on, man. We are really hanging on to that 20 ATR by a thread. Oh man, it's in 20.89. Yes, it is tight, man. This range is tight. But you know what? It could be tighter. We could have an ATR of 8. But it's, well, it's 19, 20-ish. I'll take that over single digits. Mark, big dog! Go kill that shit, brother! What's up, Lurt? How we doing? I've got lunch sitting on the counter, man. But you know what? Right now, this is more important. Yeah, Gaines, you know what, man? If you have a trading methodology or thought process or whatever that you think could help people, the most selfish fucking thing you can do is keep it to yourself. So share it. Well, there you go, Bulls, man. Yes, sir. In profit. I better take it, baby. Now, by the way, that's the first bar closing outside of that range, so I'm not going to move my stop. This trade since the inception has been more of a swing than anything anyway. So I'm not going to necessarily manage it the exact same as I would a scalp or a day trade, right? I mean, it is a day trade. But when I say day trade, what I mean really is in between scalp and intraday swing. Though they are all day trades. So what do you guys think, man? I'm 8 points in the money. Pull it, right? Man, I gotta book that up, man. Is what everybody says. Uh-oh. Ugh. Man, I should have booked it up. Alright, well, by the way, it's 223 Central right now. Got that 250 algo. And I have got lunch on the counter. So it'd be nice if this baby could resolve sooner rather than later, huh? ATR sitting at 21. All right, there is the open of bar 72. Javaz, what's the target? I'm looking for 19. Nah. 1 ATR. See, on an intraday swing like this, the profit target, there's more leash, at least for me. So, you know, had this thing not ranged so long, I would have taken it bar by bar. You can look for 2R. As you get deeper into the day, you can look for 1R. Or manage bar by bar, or there's a time-based stop ahead of the 250 algo. Swings they're much more relaxed. The risk management is not more relaxed, but the swings in general, I mean, very little, if any, stress. At least there shouldn't be. Alright, Bulls. It would be very nice if you could do your job here and relieve me of duty. Coming into 230. Rolling over here in about 50 seconds. Alright, here's the rollover. See if we get any 230 wiggles. Not too much going on. There's some wiggles. Yeah, more headlines? Probably little stuff here. Hanging on to a 20 ATR by a thread. Man, deep in the money here. 7-8 points. right, bar 74. 4 minutes out. So you want to be a day trader, huh? Welcome to the life, big dog. We got about, what, 13 minutes? Until that 250 algo. My plan for the algo, I get flat ahead of the algo. The 250 algorithm. Regardless of where it's at. That's just a time-based stop. Similar to the ATR-based stop, if ATR dips below 10, I just cut it where it's at. Put an asterisk by it and move on. That's for a 5-minute NQ chart, by the way. Obviously, that would look different on ES. You can get a little bit of wiggles at 240, by the way, which is in 2 minutes. All right, 40 seconds out here from 240. Now, when do I get flat ahead of the 250 algo? Just do the best you can. There's no, like, hard, necessarily time-based. If you wanted to do, 239 to avoid 240, sure. You want to make it 245? Fine. Just do the best. But make sure you mark it down in your data if you're tracking your trades, what happened, so you don't look at it and say, did I take profit early or did I cut that one early or what? Why did I cut out at break even? No, it was a time-based stop. Do the same thing with ATR-based stops. Question, is this your longest trade ever held? No. No, no, no. I've been doing this a long time now. Couple hours ain't shit. Yeah, this is not a trade that you hold through earnings. No, sir. If it rips, don't care. If it dumps, don't care. Because I will be out. That is not a sustainable strategy to hold and prey on earnings. All right, 242 here. ATR down in the 18s. Alright, about that time for a time-based stop. I'll make a note of that in my data. And go eat lunch, man. But I'll get out ahead of 245 here. Again, this is for that 250 algo. I prefer to be flat for that. I got 60 seconds out here till 245. Again, and how do you deal with a time-based stop? I just say just do what you can. You want to call it 245? Have at it, man. But I will call that my time-based stop. I'll make a note of it. And let that copier flatten. Beautiful. Alright. And there's all the accounts. Alright, man. Well, I got lunch getting cold out on the counter, so I will see you guys for tomorrow, man. All right? All right, let's make it a good Thursday. Then we got Pharaoh Friday incoming. Hopefully, I want to turn that 18 ATR into about an 80 ATR. What do you say? All right, guys. All right, see you tomorrow. Hope you had a good day.